Liam Payne's tragic death may have happened nearly 2 years ago, but the legal battle surrounding the One Direction star is far from over. One of the biggest names linked to the investigation has now officially been cleared, while prosecutors continue chasing answers from 2 others accused of supplying drugs before Liam Payne's fatal fall. Rogelio Norris, one of Liam Payne's closest friends, has now been completely cleared of every remaining criminal allegation in the case. Court records show that judges dismissed the final charge against Norris, bringing an end to the legal battle that began shortly after Payne died in Buenos Aires in October 2024. Prosecutors had previously argued that Norris effectively acted as Payne's host in Argentina, controlled many of his expenses, and should therefore share responsibility for what happened. He was initially indicted on a manslaughter charge in November 2024, with Liam's father, Jeff Payne, becoming one of the key witnesses in the investigation. Although that manslaughter charge was dropped months later in February 2025, Norris still remained accused of a drug supply charge until that was thrown out this past April. Now, that final accusation has also been dismissed. According to his defense lawyer, Rafael Cuneo Liberona, quote, Roger never had the duty of caring for Payne, much less caring for his addictions. He was Liam's friend, not his physician, nurse, or therapist. The lawyer also insisted there is now absolutely no chance that Norris will be brought back into the case, after judges ruled there was no criminal wrongdoing on his part. Court documents also revealed another key detail that investigators examined during the case. Authorities discovered a message on Liam Payne's phone requesting 6 grams from Rogelio Norris. However, judges noted there was no reply from Norris and no evidence whatsoever that he had agreed to provide Payne with drugs. Because of that, the court rejected prosecutors' request to carry out further forensic analysis of Norris's electronic devices. Judges also refused prosecutors' attempt to summon Liam's then-girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, as a witness, saying there was not enough justification to require her testimony. But while Norris is now officially out of the case, 2 other men remain under criminal investigation. Brian Nahuel Paez and Ezequiel David Pereira are still awaiting trial over allegations that they supplied cocaine to Liam Payne before his death. According to case sources, prosecutors have been discussing a possible plea agreement that could prevent a full criminal trial from ever taking place. Under that proposal, the more serious allegation of selling drugs could reportedly be reduced to supplying drugs without payment, an offense carrying a maximum sentence of just 6 months. Since both men have already spent more than a year behind bars, that time would effectively satisfy any potential sentence, provided the plea agreement is accepted. Pereira's lawyer has already confirmed, quote, "We would be inclined to accept the offer." Meanwhile, Cheryl Cole, who was representing Liam Payne's 9-year-old son Bear in the proceedings, could ultimately have the final say on whether any plea deal moves forward. Court documents show Cheryl's legal team has not challenged the rulings clearing Rogelio Norris or any of the other defendants whose charges have already been dismissed. Instead, her lawyers say their only priority is protecting Liam Payne's intimacy, honor, and memory. And while several defendants have now walked free, the investigation itself is still very much active. Earlier this month, a judge authorized prosecutors to carry out fresh forensic examinations of 10 mobile phones, along with a flash drive seized from the 2 remaining defendants. Investigators will now examine text messages, social media conversations, and browsing histories, hoping to uncover any additional evidence connected to the alleged drug supply in the final hours before Liam Payne's tragic death.